Hey everybody, welcome back to Joe and Tell. We are back home from vacation on the front porch, and fortunately the weather kind of followed us and it's nice and cool this morning. Although per my previous video trying to be grateful and thankful for things, I will tell you that one thing I am not thankful for back home is the number of mosquitoes. I don't think I got one mosquito bite on vacation, and I came home and I probably had about 30 the first night I was home. Anyway, I promised you guys that I would walk through the Nording pipe that I had shown you in a previous video. The Nording partially rusticated Churchwarden, and the reason I still have this, as some of you might have wondered, since I told you I'd canceled that order, is that I really liked the pipe. And so on my next purchase, I ended up ordering this one, as well as the, I think it was the Eric Stokoby's 4th generation Father's Friends Fire 2022, whatever thing. So I got both of those in the same order, and yeah, just really wanted to get this pipe. I mentioned before that I really like the rustication and the way it looks like it's dripping down, or up, I guess. And this is cool because this is the first spigot pipe I purchased. So it's got the metal in there, which allows you to take it out while you're smoking if you need to, clean it out a little bit or something, which I didn't know you could do. I was always told, don't ever take the stem out while you're smoking it. But this is a pretty cool feature. And it's a Churchwarden, so that's pretty neat. I mean, it is a short Churchwarden, but it's still a Churchwarden nonetheless. So, in it, I've got some Rattray's Old Gowrie, and that is a tobacco that is very hard to find, and it's one I had been looking for many, many years. And I want to share how I came across it finally, and kind of talk a little bit. I mentioned I hadn't smoked a pipe really consistently for 20 years, even though I owned one, and I want to kind of speak to why that might be, or why that was. Very nice. Give it one more light here. So way back, I don't know, a long time ago, I was on some forum about pipe tobacco, looking and trying to find like what's one of the better tobaccos that people really enjoy, and not something that was flavored, not an aromatic, but something that was like legit. I say legit, but just your like a English mixture that's not got any additional. It's just the tobacco that you're smoking. And on this forum, Rattray's Old Gowrie came up quite a bit. So I took note and looked for that. Anytime I'd go to a tobacco shop, anytime, at least a new one, I would ask them if they had it. And they're like, some of them had never even heard of it. Some of them had heard of it, but didn't have it. And so on and on the search went for years and years, just kind of not really adamant about trying to find it, but just, anytime I went and got a cigar or some tobacco or something, I would ask about it. And it wasn't until my pipe smoking buddy told me about smoking pipes, and I saw that they had it on there. Of course, it was out of stock, but you could get notified when the stock was renewed. So I did that, and as soon as I got the email, I jumped on the site and purchased a couple of tins of it, and It's pretty darn good. At first I was like, oh, it's okay. But like anything, it takes 4 or 5, bowls maybe, or smokes to really kind of appreciate the subtleties of it. So I like it quite a bit. If you can find it, and you haven't had it, do yourself a favor and pick some up. It's quite nice. So, but that led me to think too, despite not being able to find, a good tobacco that I wanted to try or anything like that, or the lack of knowledge, why didn't I buy more pipes, or why didn't I get into this sooner? To be honest with you, I'm not the most patient person. And I think growing up, I probably just was like, it's too much work. I either get, if I keep the darn thing lit, it burns the tip of my tongue. And if I smoke it slow enough to where it doesn't burn my tongue, the pipe goes out and I'm using 100 matches. So, well, what's the point? I don't get it. I even walked into the tobacco shop, and it was specifically a pipe shop, and the guy said, why don't you just bring it in, we'll show you how to pack it, show you how to smoke it, and we'll go from there. I never did that, but I think it was lack of experience really is what was causing me to have those problems. But it kind of literally put a bad taste in my mouth for pipe smoking for many years, because I just was like, I wasn't doing it consistently enough to where I understood the nuances of it and could enjoy it. It was just more of like, this is a lot of work and it burns my tongue and I don't get much out of it. So, but in recent years, I have obviously gotten very into it and have gotten past that hurdle, we'll say. And I think too that I'm in a place where, when I was younger and being super impatient, I didn't have the time to mess with the tamper and the pipe, and like I could light a cigar and go about my, I could go do yard work if I wanted to. I could, it was so much easier, and I didn't have to carry any. I had a cigar and matches. That's it. I could bite the end off with my teeth. I didn't need to have all this accessory stuff, and it was just quick and easy. But with the pipe smoking, I kind of think the point is to be patient, slow down. Is your bowl smoking hot? Well, then slow down even more. Is it cooling off? Well, pick it up a little bit. Just knowing those little intricacies of the tobacco and really taking time to enjoy the process. Not trying to get to a finished thing. One of the things I tried to do to help me learn patience is get into woodworking. And so I got quite a bit of equipment and tools and was really into it, and realized very quickly that the only thing it taught me was that I am extremely impatient. It didn't really teach me patience at all. It just taught me how impatient I really was. But pipe smoking has made me slow down quite a bit. And I don't know if it's taught me patience, but it certainly helps me calm down. But anyway, that's kind of why I guess there was such a span of time for me, and when I first bought my first pipe, and then really got into smoking a pipe. Impatient young adult to somewhat less impatient middle-aged adult, I guess. I don't know. But that's the Nording partially rusticated Churchwarden with the spigot. And like I said, very cool design. Really enjoy the pipe. In it, I got some Rattray's Old Gowery. Like I said, if you can find it and you haven't had it, or even if you have had it, just pick up more, obviously. Duh, right? So that's going to wrap this one up, guys. I appreciate you coming by, hanging out with me, and I hope to see you again. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.